for anyone that wasn't able to be here. So just remember everything you recorded. Welcome for those of you who are in our Lincoln Park, our Gold Coast, and our West Loop offices. You might see some names and faces that you're not used to seeing on this call. We are so excited to welcome our Hyde Park family to our Coaching to Confidence and our newer to the business peer group sessions that are going to happen on Fridays at 1 o'clock. So welcome you guys. As you guys all heard from our announcements, the wonderful managing broker out of the Hyde Park office, Natalie Carpenter, is getting a huge promotion and opportunity and moving to be the district manager of our Wisconsin. Time being, we welcome all of our wonderful Hyde Park agents to all of our coaching and training. So everybody give a nice wave and warm welcome to all of our Hyde Park fellow agents. And as you guys all know, you can always visit each other's offices, obviously wearing masks and staying socially distanced, but your fob will work at all offices. So we encourage you guys to be friendly and say hi to everybody. I also want to point out that Leah Scott is on the call today. As you guys know, Leah is our fabulous field marketing specialist here. As you guys know, this topic today is on Facebook business pages, how to run them, how to leverage all of the tools that Coldwell Banker already has for you guys, as well as some tips and tricks to help you really maximize your Facebook business pages. So throughout the program, Leah, please feel free to interrupt, feel free to unmute and on mic and give us your input as well. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and jump on in. I don't get to see you guys when I share my screen. So if you have any questions or anything, I see Michael Cairo on the call. Michael, would you mind keeping an eye on the chat for me for questions?
Absolutely, Rachel.
Thank you. Welcome, welcome. All right, you guys. So today we're going to talk about your Facebook business pages, how to run them like a pro, and how to leverage a lot of the tools and the technology that we already have in Coldwell Banker for you, but also as we go into 2021, how to think strategically about your social media with your Facebook business page. If your Facebook business page is not part of your business plan for 2021, I need you to go back to that business plan and I need you to put this in there, because social media, whether you like it or not, is part of our business and it needs to be part of your business plan for 2021. What's really great is that Facebook and Instagram, but today we're going to talk mostly about Facebook. Today, Facebook has really integrated so well with a lot of our Coldwell Banker systems, but also it's just very, very easy for business pages to operate and run. So a lot of what we're going to talk about is very simple to put into place. It's just about consistency and continuity with your brand. So I'm going to jump right on in. Today, some of the biggest things that we're going to talk about is some numbers about Facebook for you guys to keep in the back of your minds as you're building out your Facebook pages and as you're working them throughout your days, weeks, months with Facebook. The differences between personal and business pages, because I don't know about you, Leah, but I get this question all the time. Why do I need a business Facebook page? What's the difference between my personal and my business? And what should I do on one versus the other? So we're going to kind of touch on that to give you guys a little bit of difference. Then I want to kind of go into analytics, what to look for, what the different terms mean on Facebook, and how to dive into your analytics, because it's only going to be as good, your business page, as you use it and as you track the posts you're doing, as you track the ads you're doing. You're always going to want to improve upon what the page is telling you is working. That's where analytics comes in. We're going to touch on ads briefly. This is not an ads class, although I know that the FMSs, including Leah, do run classes on Facebook ads. I didn't see any for this month, but I know they're building out a really robust calendar for 2021, particularly January, February, March. So hopefully there'll be some on that. Some good tips and tricks to get you running, some strategy and planning, and then just getting you off to the races and running it like a pro. So I'm going to move this Coaching to Confidence a little bit. There we go. So by the numbers, and I found this on sproutsocial.com, and you guys, I highly recommend you check out that website. I did a lot of research for this one, and I do a lot for a lot of our coaching sessions, and I found it really interesting that I didn't even know. But 74% of high income earners are Facebook users. So if you aren't utilizing Facebook business page, you need to be. Because when we think about getting pre-approval, when we think about finding qualified buyers and sellers, 74% of high income earners are using Facebook. That is so key, right? Right there, that means there are qualified buyers and sellers on Facebook. I think a lot of times we think LinkedIn is the only place for professionalism. That is not true anymore. Facebook has really become this tool that you can use to be both relatable, fun, and fresh, but also professional and convey why somebody should use you for business purposes. There are 1.62 billion users who visit Facebook daily. Billion with a B. This like blew me away how crazy it is. But if you're not posting daily, you're missing out of 1.62 billion users, right? And I'm not saying all 1.62 billion are going to see your post, but this just gives you an idea of what you're leaving on the table if you're not consistently working your brand on your Facebook business page. And then this is really key as well, because I know a lot of people ask, well, when's the best time to post on Facebook? And how do I leverage that in my plan? The highest traffic on Facebook occurs midday, Wednesday and Thursday. So at the very least, the very minimum, incorporate posting on Wednesday and Thursday, because that's when the highest traffic is. But like I mentioned when we talked about the agenda, your analytics are going to start to talk to you and tell you when your followers interact most on Facebook. And we'll get into that in a little bit. But at the very least, Wednesdays and Thursdays, midday, meaning from that noon to 3 o'clock hour, always make sure you're posting, you're going live, you're putting on your story, you're putting on your feed, because that's when you're going to get the most bang for your buck on Facebook business page. This is sort of a high level approach to the differences between the personal and the business page. And I actually have both, as I'm sure several of you guys have both as well. I run a personal page for myself and I run a business page for myself. My business page probably operates a little differently than your business pages, as I obviously don't sell real estate anymore, although I was for 9 years leading up to this position. So I still leverage sales on my business page because I like my clients of 9 years to know that I'm still in real estate, so that they go to me first and I can refer out the business. Got to keep it in Coldwell Banker family, right? So I still leverage it very similarly to how I'm coaching you guys to leverage it. But on your personal page, one big difference is you can tag your friends first on a personal page. So you post a picture, you can tag them. You're writing a comment, you can tag them. You really can't do that on a business page. And the reason why that's in place is really a safety and security issue, right? I don't know about you guys, but I don't really want Target personally tagging me in every post they do. So that's really why Facebook's set up that way. You're also going to do more personal posts, which is sort of a no-brainer, but Facebook has gotten really restrictive on business versus personal pages and what you can post on those pages. So the reason why I really wanted to highlight use your personal page for personal posts and your business page for business posts is Facebook will really crack down on you if you post too many business posts on your personal page. So really make sure in the back of your mind as you're posting, you keep those two things separate. The workaround for that is to post business things on your business page and then share them from your business page to your personal page. You don't get penalized or put in Facebook jail for sharing from a business to a personal, but you can get penalized for sharing too many business things on your personal page. The other thing about a personal page is you have no ad capability and you also don't have access to analytics, but it's still really important as a real estate professional to have a personal page that is robust that you're running, because most of you guys probably have the majority of your friends on that personal page. Those friends are who you're going to invite to like and to follow your business page. So you really want to still cultivate that personal page, be relatable, be personal on that, share things from your business page, but you're going to kind of operate off of that more personal, relatable front with your brand on that page. Your business page, again, you can't tag friends as easily, But the minute that they comment on your posting is the minute that you can start to engage with them. So every time anybody comments or likes your posting, you should like their comment back and comment a reply. That is so, so key. So the way that algorithms work on Facebook is if I comment on Leah's post, okay, and Leah comments back, Facebook is automatically going to assume Leah and I are the best of friends. And everything Leah posts from then on out is going to aggregate higher on my Facebook feed because we're best friends, right? Facebook thinks that because that's what the algorithm is telling them. So anytime anybody posts anything or comments anything on one of your posts, you always want to like it and reply. And that's one thing I see people make the biggest mistake of is liking it but not replying. And you don't have to do a long-winded, like, thank you so much, I miss you, I haven't seen you for ages, let's connect. You don't need to get that crazy. Most of my replies are just emojis. I usually do the fire emoji or like the praise hands or thank you hand emoji because I'm on my phone most of the time. Sometimes if it's people I know and I'm more friendly with, I'll leave a longer reply, but usually I just do that. That's enough for the algorithm to think that we're really close, often a lot closer than we really are, to ensure that that individual is now seeing my business page posts higher in their feed. This works for business posts without being reported. So again, like I was saying, the personal page, often you can end up in Facebook jail. If you post too many business things, business post away, open houses, just sold, under contracts, all of that works in this business page. But the important thing to remember is a big part of our business as realtors is to be relatable. So you don't want a feed that's just business, business, business. I sold this, congrats to my buyer, I'm at an inspection, open house, open house, open house, new listing, new listing, new listing. That gets really tired and people are going to stop engaging with you. You still need to be relatable and personal on some level in your business page, and that's so key. And I'm going to talk about that a little bit more. Then most importantly, is the ad capability as well as boosting. Drop in the chat a number one if you guys have run a Facebook ad in the past. I'd love to just get a feel and a pulse on how many people, and I'll look at it on my phone so I can see how many of you guys have done that. But just put a number one in the chat if you guys have run Facebook ads, because I do think it's such a powerful way for you guys to do it. Leah, yeah, it's great. I've run them too. I think they're awesome. We have a few other people. Great. Good, good, good. So that's not going to be foreign to you guys. All right, so to go and touch on some analytics and insights. As I mentioned, analytics are one of my favorite parts of running a Facebook business page. You can post as much as you possibly want, but if you're not tracking what you're posting, if you're not tracking the reactions, right? How many engagements am I getting? How many people am I reaching? How many views did this get? Then it can become a waste of time. And you're going to get really frustrated, like, gosh, Rachel, I'm posting every single day like you told me to do, but I haven't gotten any new followers or I don't get any engagements. My immediate question back to you is, have you checked your analytics? And are you seeing what the numbers are telling you? So this is to give you a little bit of an indication of what it is you're looking at. And I'm going to show you on the next page what a snapshot of my analytics look like to give you an idea. But time has been viewed by a logged in and logged out individual. Page previews has been a number of times someone's hovered over your page name or profile picture to see a preview of your page content. I'm so guilty of that. I do that all the time. I like hover over people's like profile picture to make it bigger, right? And to see like, do I know them? How many mutual friends do we have? And then if I like what I see, I'm going to click into their profile. If I don't, I'm going to move on, which kind of goes into something we're going to talk about later, but making sure you have a really captivating photo and making sure all of your information is correct on that hover section. Page likes and post engagement is where you guys are going to want to spend the majority of your time researching your insights and analytics. Page likes is kind of obvious, right? The number of people who have liked your page. The more likes you have, the more people who have liked your page, the further reach, the number of people who saw your posts at least once, all of your page posts are going to get. What's really, really key about this, you guys, and I put this to realtors all the time, because often I hear realtors use, well, I'm going to put your listing on my social media, my Instagram, my Facebook account. They have that, it rolls off your tongue as part of your listing appointment. If I am the seller you're pitching that to, and I go to your Facebook account and you have 22 followers on your business page, and you have 5 followers on your Instagram page, that doesn't really mean a lot to me, that you're going to post your listing on your my listing on your on your Facebook page, right? So what you guys are going to really want to dig your hands into are your page likes and your post engagements. How can I increase my likes and my engagement? Do that is try and see what are the things I'm posting that people respond to the most, and keep posting things like that. What did I post that people responded to the least? Don't ever post things like that again, because my followers are telling me they don't really like that content. I'm not going to keep posting it. A really big thing I learned for myself is that I think I'm a lot funnier than I am. And it's painfully obvious now that I'm talking to a bunch of silent individuals that I can't see their faces, but I think I'm hilarious, and I'm really not. And if you scroll far enough back in my Facebook business and my Instagram business pages, you will see what I'm talking about, because I have some posts that I thought were truly hilarious, and I thought people were going to really respond to and like, and I got nothing, no likes, no comments. The only reason they're still even in my feed is because I coach on Instagram and Facebook. So I leave them there as teaching, and also as painful reminders to me on how I'm certainly not as charming and funny as I think I am. But it's something that's really important, and it was a hard lesson for me to learn, that if your job is to be found and your job is to be relatable, and you are looking for qualified buyers and sellers to choose you for the business over the 12 realtors in line behind you for that business, then you need to be posting things that they're going to respond to. Doesn't mean you change who you are. You're still going to be you, right? Because they're going to want to pick why Miriam and not anyone else behind you, right? Why Nick and no one else behind you? Why Michael and no one else? They're still going to want to pick you. So you still want to be true to you, but you also want to appeal to that audience. So that's why looking at these analytics is going to be so, so important. And then that engagement is going to be the number of times people engage with your posts with either a comment, a share, or a click. The share is like the holy grail. What's great about the share is that all of a sudden, if I share Leah's posts, all of my friends are seeing Leah's posts. People that aren't friends with Leah are seeing Leah's posts, which increases her likelihood of getting more likes outside of her sphere. So all of a sudden, the 7 degrees of Leah Scott becomes the 7 degrees of Rachel Scheid, and she's expanding her horizons as well. So that's like sort of the holy grail. So I love when people, Maha did this during the stay-at-home order, where she did a challenge for individuals, and she did do a drawing, and you could win a gift card, a $50 gift card, I think it was, to local restaurants. But a lot of it was commenting and sharing. Doing things like that really helps increase the activity and engagement you'll see on your Facebook and Instagram, to ensure that you get a larger reach and grow more likes. This page is just giving you an overview of what that analytics page is going to look like for you guys. So I've got my teams up right here. Oh, thanks, Robin. You think I'm hilarious as well. I appreciate it. So this is going to show you, this is just a screenshot. So this is pulling up my last 5 posts. I actually posted today. So my recent 5 posts, and I could see all my posts below there, but you're going to see, it's going to tell me when I published it, also the times, and it's going to tell me a snapshot of what my post was. So these were all photos. These all happen to be photos, and it gave me a little snapshot of what I said. I didn't target anybody because it wasn't an ad. Then you can see where the reach went, right? So my biggest reach was 426 people with the second one that you see on there. Then you're going to see the engagements, the difference of post clicks in the blue, and then reactions in the lavender. And then, of course, comments and shares as well. So it's really interesting when you can get through it. And as you go through, you can kind of see, okay, so people really responded to the second post a lot more than they maybe responded to the first post. But I also know the reason they responded to that second post that much is because that was when I was installed on the board of directors for CAR. And so it was like a personal achievement and a professional one as well. So you can kind of be able to go through it and take a look. But what's so key and so important is to just really target and remind yourself, where are people really responding to? And then you'll notice that boost post here, and we're going to talk about the ads in a second, and go down there. And then real quick to interrupt myself, Robin also asked, what if you don't have many followers? So that's kind of where the ads come in, Robin. So you asked that question at the perfect time. If you don't have a lot of followers yet, you're going to keep doing everything we just talked about, right? And I'm going to talk to you more about how to set that consistent scheduling for yourself to make sure that you build that brand content. But ads are a really great way to increase your reach and brand awareness. If you're someone that's sitting on not a lot of followers, maybe you don't have a large personal Facebook following either, and you can't get them to follow you back on Facebook business. So boosting current ads, which if I go back one page, you'll see boosting is what you do on a post you already made. So all these 5 posts give me the option to boost. I already created the post. Facebook is saying, do you want to throw a little money at that post and make it go even further than where it went already? The other ads, the 3 that I recommend realtors use the most, if you go to create an ad on Facebook business page, there are 6 options, including boosting. The 3 I recommend the most are get more leads, get more website visitors, and promote your page. And if you're someone like Robin, who maybe doesn't have that many Facebook followers yet, promote your page is going to be the one you're going to want to run the most and the most frequently. So that's the best ad if you're trying to grow your Facebook business page presence, because that is encouraging individuals that you're promoting the ad to like and follow your page. Getting more website visitors sends prospects to your CB website to search for homes or to read your bio or whatever page on your website you send them to. Getting more leads, just like it sounds, right? That's creating a lead form asking for more information. I don't mind to get more leads, but I definitely prefer the promote your page. So if you're struggling to get more followers right now, that's definitely the best ad. This is always my asterisk with ads, and I'm sure Leah would say the same thing. Watch and track your spending on these ads, because while they're not expensive to run, I mean, I don't think I've ever spent more than $30 a month on an ad, and I've gotten really good results off of it. If you don't set a limit for yourself, you're gonna like spend a lot of money without realizing it. So make sure you watch, but then also you can track your analytics of an ad. So just like you can check your insights and your analytics of every post you do, you can also track your analytics of every ad you do. So if you do an ad to promote your page and you're seeing like you're not really getting any likes, and you're spending money, and it's going to the right behaviors and the right interest group, and you're not getting any likes, you can actually pause it and make some changes, or you can pause it and delete it and run a new ad, or pause it, get rid of maybe the photo that you have and replace it with another one. So you're always going to want to just touch base with it and see where it's at on that. All right, so these are some tips and tricks I have for you guys. And the reason why I put some stats in here too is because I was kind of blown away with this. And when you think about different ways to really engage your Facebook audience through your business page, it's so important to have these in the back of your mind. But 88% of users are on the Facebook platform to stay in touch with family and friends, not to track businesses. So use that to your advantage and be relatable. If we know that 88% of Facebook users are there to just be connected, especially to family and friends, which, as we all know, is our greatest referral resource, make sure that you're not just getting bogged down and bogging them down with real estate. Make sure you're also being relatable. You're posting about, Small Business Saturday. You're posting about that local restaurant. You're posting about all of these different things so that you're not just inundating them with real estate. You're also inviting them to connect with you on a relatable level. Facebook videos, which I'm sure you guys all figured I was going to talk about videos because that's so important. Facebook videos garner up to 8 billion with a B views per day. So if Facebook videos are not part of your social media strategy, they absolutely need to be going into 2021. And you'll notice right across from it, 85% of those videos are watched without sound. So, and I'm going to talk about some different ways that you can leverage this, but if 85% of the 8 billion views per day of videos are watched without sound, you have to take that into account. So if you're uploading videos, don't make them too wordy of you talking, right? Perhaps you're showcasing a listing or superimpose wording over that video, but making them shorter and sweeter is going to be the key. People's attention span, not very long these days, including my own, right? So you're going to want to think to yourself, what would captivate me? And you guys already know that because you guys all have social media. What captivates you when somebody posts a video? What makes you stop scrolling through your phone? Try to R&D that, rip off and duplicate that, but for you and your brand and real estate related. Users are 4 times more likely to watch live streams over pre-recorded videos. So I really challenge you guys all to check your fear of recording yourself at the door and go live rather than do a recorded video and post it later. A big reason behind this is across it, right? Live streams really help you connect in real time and be authentic. And consumers really, really appreciate that and love that. Nobody loves somebody that's fake, right? So they really want to know, like, this is the real you. If you stumble over your words, like I've stumbled over my words a few times already, and I'm pointing it out because I'm coaching and training right now. Don't point it out in your videos necessarily, but it's human. And that is speaking volumes to somebody over someone that's reading off a script and speaking so perfectly. You're not an actor or an actress, right? You're a real estate agent that's trying to deliver content that's usable, informative, educational, and fun, that you are then trying to pick up leads from that and inspire people to give you a call and use you for their real estate needs. So always remember that you never sound bad, you never look bad. So just post the video and go live. And if you're really freaked out about it, I'll just let you know that Facebook Live actually isn't always live. You can go live, but then have it not be live and give you the option to review it first before you go. But that's a little cheap. So I encourage you to try that. Some tools for better posting, and we have Leah on here who is the resident expert on the first one with BrandServe, but BrandServe is my #1 favorite tool for posting. And what's great is this is already on CB Desk for you guys. This is easy, right there, available for you guys on CB Desk. It's perfect for your just listed, your price adjustments, essentially templated posts that you guys want to do, your open houses. What's nice is it's already branded to Coldwell Banker. If you guys have a logo, it's easy to brand with that as well. And it's in one spot. It's already in CB Desk. So it's really, really easy. It's easy to pull it, put it on your Facebook. Typeito, I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I'm going to pretend. Typeito is a cool app and also web-based program that is great for adding text to your videos. So like we learned on that last page, 85% of videos are watched without sound. So adding text over your video is going to be something that's key because so many are watched without sound. Don't be too wordy, because just like the videos aren't watched without sound, the reason why someone's watching a video is because they don't want to read. So don't give them a book to read in this video. Make it short and sweet and simple, but make sure that they're getting the content. And if the wording that you're putting over is juicy enough, they're probably going to pop their headphones in and unmute it and actually listen to what you have to say. Canva is another great app and also web-based platform. It's essentially a database of designed templates for you to create memorable social media posts. It's really, really fun, easy to use. It's easy to upload the CB logo into there so that you can use that on your posts as well, and your logos. And then Vimeo is a really fun platform. I just started using, I have an example on the next page, but it's a cool way to create captivating videos in an easy to use platform. Now I will say Vimeo is $14.99 a month. There is a 7-day free trial. So if you guys want to try the free trial and see if it works for you, but then it is $14.99 a month. So I'm not a big believer in spending money unless you're actually going to use something. So make sure if you do decide to download that you would use it. And then these are some examples. So the top one on the right-hand side over here, that's my left-hand side is something I built out on Canva a while ago. So this is something I have actually in my Instagram still, but my hashtag when I was selling was Shide Sells Chicago. Everybody loves a good alliteration and everybody loves hashtags. So I built this out, Shide Sells Chicago, your Chicago area real estate expert, buy, sell, invest. I posted on my Instagram and my business Facebook, and I had, I forget what I put in the copy, but I talked about something about connecting with me for your real estate needs. This is a Vimeo that I actually did to test you guys. I forgot to turn my sharing sound on, so you probably can't hear it. But it just gives you a really good idea of how quick the videos can be, but also how seamless the transitions are. And that was made for an Instagram, but you can also easily put it on Facebook. And then these ones are really cool. I got these ones from BrandServe, and I actually love this or that. And if you guys want engagement on your Facebook page, do a this or that in your Facebook story for your business page, because people love to answer questions. They love to do a poll, right? They love to answer, would you like a modern white kitchen or traditional brown kitchen? Would you rather wake up to city views or a backyard with a pool? Like, people love answering those questions. So work in a poll like once a week. That is the #1 way to get tons of engagement on your Facebook posts. But this one is really, really fun. So you can ask them this or that, and then in their stories, they can actually circle, would you rather have mountains or a beach, traditional or modern, guest house or 6-car garage, a secret library or home theater? Definitely a secret library, and definitely a wine cellar. Don't know about you guys, but for sure that's what it would be. And then in the Your Next, you can actually tag a client, tag a friend, and see how far it can go. And I think that's really cool. And then the Bingo Real Estate Agent, I put this up there for you guys to play, and do not be surprised if I start playing this with you guys and tag you in it. But it gives you some ideas of different things to start doing, but really like updating your marketing materials, setting goals for your future, reconnecting with someone awesome. Feel free to reconnect with me. I'm pretty awesome. Taking a virtual training course, which you can mark off right now, you guys, because you're doing that today. These are just some really great examples of Facebook story options that you can find already done for you guys in BrandServe. All you have to do is go into BrandServe, download them onto your phone or your PC, and then put them into your story. So it's really, really simple and easy to use. Next slide. So now that you kind of have some of those backgrounds, what's really important is to plan, okay? You have to have that plan and then to execute on it. So do your research, especially as you're building out your 2021 business plan. My biggest advice to all of you guys, and I encourage you to do it this week, is audit your existing accounts. Take a good look at your Facebook business account, and really, even if it's a hard truth to face, get a Word document together and really answer these questions. How many likes and followers do you have right now on your Facebook business page? How many reviews do you have on your Facebook business page? Are your photos all updated? Is your about section complete? What does your cover photo look like? Really do an audit of your account and see what's missing, see what those holes are, and write those holes down, so that you can really take an overarching look on what it is, the work that you need to do. Then you can identify your areas of opportunities. So for the content, think about that consistency. How can I post consistent content that speaks to my brand? And you're going to have to think about what your brand means. When someone thinks of the Rachel Scheid brand, what does that convey to them? When someone thinks of the Leah Scott brand, what does that convey to them? That's going to be a question that you guys want to answer for yourselves, because that's going to help you determine what your Facebook social media is going to look like. And you want it to look consistent, right? You want to have that continuity so that when you post a just listed today and you post a just listed a month from today, it looks the same. It has the same branding. It has the same look and feel to it. That's going to be so important for you guys because that's how you build a brand. You can't just throw things against the wall and see what sticks. This is what's going to help you get more followers and also help the followers that you have engage with you is when they see that consistency. And then the other area, big area of opportunity is on engaging, right? How do I ensure that my content is likable, shareable, and commented on? If you don't have a big following right now, you might not have that exact answer yet. That's where the insights and analytics come into play. You'll have to be consistent for at least 2 to 3 months in your posting to really have an overview of what your insights are telling me. Okay, my consumers liked these 5 posts. I got tons of engagement on these, but these 3 posts, I got like no likes, no engagement. So now I know these are the type of posts people don't like. Do more of these 5, less of these 3. It might take you a second to get there. If you already have a very robust Facebook business page, now's the time to go to that analytics and really dive in. Make that part of your audit. Go through and say, I've never really looked at that. Let me see. What do my followers really like and respond to? What post did I get the most likes? What post did I get the most comments? Did I do any posts that people actually shared and engaged with? And if so, what were those? And then when I set my SMART goals, my specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-bound goals, I'm going to incorporate more posts like that into the goals. That's really important when you guys do SMART goals. And if you don't learn anything else from this, take away that SMART goal part of it, but set a specific goal for yourself. For some of you, it might be, I just need more followers. Like I just need a Facebook business page that has like a legit presence. Some of you might be, you know what, I've got 600 to 1,000 followers, but I have no consistency. I have no branding. I need to set that as my goal. Some of you guys might be rocking and rolling and you're posting a lot, but you're not really getting much from it. So your goal might be, I need to elevate my brand. Maybe I need to rebrand. Maybe I need to go into have a meeting with Leah and do a design concierge and do a brand boost package and get a logo and get a professional bio. There's all of you guys are going to have slightly different specific goals. Then make them measurable, right? How am I going to measure it? For those of you who don't have a lot of followers yet, you're going to want to set very specific measurable goals. Like I want to grow my followership by 10% month over month. 10% might seem like a lot, but if you only have 60 followers, that's 6 new followers month over month, right? 10% really isn't that big of a number. So if I know my measurement is 10% month over month, then my achievable and realistic goals are how am I making that happen? Maybe I'm going to spend $10 a month on ads, and I'm also going to invite all of my friends list every other month to re-like my page. You know, things like that. So set that, be realistic in how long it's going to take you and also time bound. Set that time frame. I really encourage you guys every 3 months, right? Every quarter, spend 2 hours deep diving into your Facebook business page to really look at the analytics, clean things up. Make sure that you look at your bio and see if anything needs to be updated. I've been so guilty of that where I'll say, Rachel lives in Lincoln Square with her bunny rabbit Liam. Well, I had to put Liam down 3 years ago and I now live in Ravenswood and I never updated that. So it just doesn't make any sense anymore. So make sure that you're checking on that. Maybe you have new testimonials you want to highlight or you have new past sales that you want to add to something. Those are always things that you're going to be thinking of. So every 3 months, just put like a standing thing in your calendar to have that. And then poor Leah, I'm just giving her way more appointments, but maybe in conjunction with that, you also say every 3 months, I'm going to set up a 30-minute appointment with Leah to see if there's anything more I can do to elevate my branding on social media. Maybe I need help with ads. Maybe I need to leverage BrandServe better. Maybe there's a better class that I could be using to learn how to leverage a landing page on my CB website with a Facebook ad or something like that. But it's really important for you guys to, that's part of that business plan, and social media for sure needs to be a part of that.
Hey, Rachel.
All right.
Do you want to take a few questions? We have a couple questions that are accumulating.
Yes, thank you for interrupting me.
All good, all good. So the first one is from Robin saying, how do you target a boost though? Once you choose housing status, they don't seem to let you.
So that's a great question. And as some of you guys might know, Facebook is consistently in the halls of Congress, always being sued for some sort of discrimination, mostly rightfully so. So you can no longer um, target based on demographics. However, you can target based on behaviors and interests. So you can't say age, you can't say obviously race or religion, you can't say income, you can't even really say specific geographic area, like I can't say 60626 or 60607. However, you can par down that list a lot by saying, I want to target people interested in redfin.com, realtor.com, who are interested in fixer upper, who are interested in whose behavior is first time home buyer, whose behavior is recently engaged. There's different ways that you can kind of narrow that list down. My top one is just always the interests of anything to do with real estate. Fixer Upper is like a really great one. It's that TV show on HGTV. HGTV is also a good interest to tag, but that's a good way to sort of narrow down the targeting.
Awesome. Next one is from Helena saying, so you get these stats in your Facebook page without boosting. How do you access this analytic page for a post?
I will actually show you guys in just a second. I will get out of the screen and I'll go to my business Facebook page so I can show you. But if you want me to answer the other ones first before I go into that, I can do that.
Yeah. Wanda says, what would you consider a legit follower?
Well, you can go the Marky Lemons Ryle route and have to literally not accept any new friend requests because you are at the maximum capacity. I would say if you guys are under 600, you got to be running some ads to get more followers. If you're between 600 and 1,000, you're doing pretty well. But most likely it's consistency and continuity that you're not as strong with. So incorporating a lot of these strategies to, like on this page, right? Scheduling out your Facebook posts to ensure that consistency, using a third-party app even to automate, like Hootsuite would be good, time blocking your day. That's going to be really key. If you're over 1,000, like anywhere between 1,000 and 1,500, you're doing really well. And I think that that's still impressive in like a listing presentation, but obviously, if there's 1.62 billion users on Facebook, we could all do better. So I think all of these practices should be put into place no matter what. And you always want to increase, but I would say 1,500 and above is a really, really healthy, legit following that now you're at that point of elevating that brand. Maybe you are going to rebrand, get a logo if you don't have one, do a lifestyle photo shoot, do something. So think about where you might fall in that. And that's where a lot of like the training that Leah does through like the Sales Pro classes, or she does a lot of those Q&As. I know she's so good about emailing them out to all the offices as well. She can really help with a lot of that too.
Awesome. So we also have Markel. Do you remove content from your page? Example, for a holiday, you make a post, but after the holiday, remove the post. Would you suggest this or not?
So I actually don't remove anything from my page. Like if you scroll far enough back through my Facebook business page and Instagram pages, you'll see back to the time where I didn't really focus on anything like this. And I was just like spitballing and throwing things up there. I just like build on top of it. So I think stuff with holidays, you keep on. The only thing I would say to clean up is anything that's not true to your brand. So if you're all thinking to yourselves, 2021, like I haven't really thought about what the Michael Cairo brand is in real estate. And I should think about that because I am a small business owner and like this is my brand. And you're looking to brand yourself, right? You've got to leverage Coldwell Banker's brand, but you also have to have your brand value proposition. And if you've never thought that way before and your Facebook business page reflects that you haven't thought that before, then I would say maybe delete some of those posts. But be wary of deleting posts that have a lot of engagement and likes because that's going to mess up some of your algorithms. So I kept a lot of posts that I was like, it doesn't really reflect my brand. It's not bad. It's not inappropriate. It's not professional. It's just not like, it's not my favorite thing, but I had like a ton of likes and a ton of comments on it. So I'm not going to delete it, i.e. the ones with my ex-husband in them. I didn't delete all of them because I was like, it's gonna mess up my algorithm. I have so many likes and comments on it. I'll just bury them below all of my fresh new ones. See, I am pretty funny, you guys.
So we also have Alenka saying, is HomeSnap recommended by our office to use for advertising of sold properties? And what other sources would you recommend for AD of sold properties? And also, which CB sources are the best way to use the articles from and share on individual or business profiles?
That's a great question. And actually, Leah, are you still on the call?
Yes.
Do you want to take that question by any chance? Throwing you there.
Yeah, regarding the CB sources, best to use the articles from and share on individual business profiles. If I understand the question, Olanka, are you asking what CB resources we have available to share articles to your business pages?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I always recommend the Coldwell Banker Global Luxury blog because they do offer a lot of great content that not only lets your followers know that you are a part of Coldwell Banker, but a part of a global brand. So some agents do not think globally, they think locally. So unless you're working with someone here, you can move them there where they can refer you. So I always like to recommend the Global Luxury blog. And also the Coldwell Banker Real Estate channel on YouTube. They have great videos as well.
That's awesome. And the Blue Matter blog is also really great. I know a lot of it's more like our corporate stuff, but sometimes they have really good articles on like renting versus owning and things like that. That's great. And yeah, I agree. KCM, you do have to pay for keeping current matters. So like Leah said, the Global Luxury blog is awesome. So is the Blue Matter blog. And then as far as advertising your properties, I actually like HomeSnap, and we're going to be running an MRED training with HomeSnap. Nakia is going to run that one in the upcoming months. HomeSnap is great because it also brands you to Coldwell Banker, so that's really nice, and it kind of links everything all together. But you can also do HomeSpotter Boost ads as well for your listings and sold. So that's one thing that's really positive. And then Michael, I saw a few notifications. Are there more things that come up?
Liana's asking, who could composing a really good bio? Is that you, Leah?
Yes, that is me. However, we do have a whole team of great copywriters over at Design Concierge. So I'm happy to meet with you to schedule an appointment or even place an order with Design Concierge for your bio. So they are professional copywriters. That would be my first choice, but I am always available as a great second.
I love those. I did my bio through the Design Concierge, you guys, and I have to tell you, it's like amazing. So definitely set up an appointment with Aaliyah, and she can talk to you more about like both those options. But the bio is going to be so huge. Definitely make sure your bio is like right and tight going into 2021.
Absolutely. And I added the link to the Coldwell Banker Global Luxury blog for you all to take a look as well.
Thank you. Thank you. I think I'm probably all caught up on the questions that I saw, right, Michael?
Looks like it. Yep.
Okay. Okay, so I'm actually going to jump out of this screen real quick, you guys, and go into my Facebook account. Michael, can you see my Facebook page?
Not yet. I still just see PowerPoint. Might need to wait a second.
I think I might have only just shared my PowerPoint now. Okay, give me. All right.
Yep.
Now, can you see? Okay, great. So this is my Facebook business page, and I went in just as you guys would normally go into a Facebook business page. So when you look at it, like this is my cover photo, this is my headshot, and then to kind of go to Helena's question and talk about the insights, when I scroll down, my insights are always going to be right here. But if you don't see them right there, you'll also notice on the left-hand side, I have all this bar of options, and insights is here as well. So if I click see all, it's going to look pretty familiar to you guys because this is where I took my screenshot from last night when I was doing this. And of course, it's going to take a quick second to upload. But yeah, so you'll kind of see some at the last, and you'll notice. So this is the last 7 days. So it's telling me it's November 24th through November 30th. And it's telling me the page views, my reach, and if it's down or up compared to the last 7 days. It's going to tell me organic versus promotions. I haven't run any promotions, so there's no, but I got 2 new likes in the last 7 days, organic likes, which is great. Responsiveness. So this again, and you can always hover over this eye on the right-hand side to kind of read what this is, but this is based on my messages and page followers. And then if you scroll down, this is where I took that screenshot from. So this is going to tell me on my 5 most recent posts, but I can also scroll and see all of my posts. And it's going to show me kind of at a 1 week period where everything kind of was. And it'll tell me kind of as I go through all of this really interesting information and give me a good idea. So well, this one got of over 1.4 thousand reach, right? All organic. I didn't pay for that. And I had 319 reactions, which is great. So things like that people really love. So kind of keep an eye out for it. And then you'll also just see like things that people don't really like so much, which is really sad because this was my RPAC committee, which I'm really proud of. But if people don't respond to it, then it kind of helps you learn, okay, this is what I need to do better in the future. And I went live apparently on this day, and most of these are photos, you'll see. I don't usually post a lot of articles. Now this one I posted a link because it's Giving Tuesday. So this is a link for Giving Tuesday to donate to the Carr Foundation. So that kind of shows you guys briefly where my fans, and this is telling me when they're online. So kind of true to form, that midday is really a good peak hour for the majority of people that follow me on my page. And then it's also going to talk about my post types up here. These majority of my posts are videos. And then from pages that I watch, again, which I don't watch any pages on my business page. So I think that about covers it. And we're just under time. So I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen and go back in and see if you guys have any other questions. See your beautiful faces. Awesome. I don't see any other questions in the chat, but before I let you guys go, does anybody have any questions for myself or for Leah before we go ahead and wrap up? No. Okay. Well, my big recommendation for you guys is to get rocking and rolling on this because the Facebook train is not going anywhere. In fact, it's already kind of like 5 stations down the line. So you need to get on it now before it's way far away from you guys. Also, please invite me to like and follow your business pages. I will. My commitment is always to support you guys in your business pages. It's also really a handy way for me to kind of keep tabs and see where you guys are at. So if you ever ask me for one-on-one support or specific questions, it's easier for me to take a quick overview glance on what you're already doing and ways I might be able to help supplement with that. And then I'd also like to remind you that especially for our Hyde Park friends who are newer to Coaching to Confidence, the last Tuesday of every month is our book club. It's normally we would do this after hours with some wine and cheese. For obvious reasons, we can't really do that anymore. So we're doing it during Coaching to Confidence. And this month it's Miracle Morning for Real Estate Agents by Hal Elrod. I sent you guys all out the calendar invite. The details are in there. I really encourage you guys to read it or listen to it. But if you don't read it, no worries. You still are able to come. Curtis Hunt, who's the sales support specialist for Lincoln Park, we always run it to be very conversational and collaborative. It's not like if you don't read it, you're not going to know what's going on. And yes, Markel, I always send out the recording of this on Fridays in a roundup email. So you guys will get that roundup email as well. And I will send the presentation too. With that, I will let you guys all get about your day. Stay safe, wear your masks, and if you need anything at all, please know that myself, Nakia Pippion McGriff, Lewis Jones, Rebecca Thompson, Leah Scott, we're all here for you. Talk to you soon.